Hi, today I'm going to briefly explain advanced organizers and discuss some ways we can use them in the classroom. Our textbook defines an advanced organizer as a framework or structure that organizes the content into meaningful parts. It can also be referred to as the anticipatory set of the lesson. They essentially are used to link old or previous learned information to the material the students will learn in the lesson. Organizers can help students recall and build upon that old knowledge and connect new concepts to that knowledge. So let's briefly talk about the theory behind advanced organizers. Subsumption theory is connected with how individuals learn large amounts of meaningful material from verbal or textual representations in a school setting. Learning is based on the kinds of superordinate, representational, and combinational processes that occur during the reception of information. A primary process in learning is when new material is related to relevant ideas in the existing cognitive structure. This is where advanced organizers come in. They act as a bridge between the new and old information. Okay, let's talk about what advanced organizers are and what they are not. Organizers are organizational tools, cues, and frameworks that help students bridge the two forms of knowledge we just talked about. They are not a review of the previous lesson, an overview of the day's lesson, talking about the next lesson, telling a personal story, or stating the objectives of the lesson you're going to cover. There are 6 steps to creating an advanced organizer. The first thing you need to do is begin by describing the goal of this lesson. Present the advanced organizer in the form of a handout, chart, diagram, oral presentation, or a concept map to the students. Second, you need to present the material in an organized fashion to keep students' attentions. Make sure the general ideas are presented first, followed by a gradual increase in detail and specifics. Third, you need to use integrative reconciliation. As you create your organizer, make sure to remember the big picture by repeating definitions, encouraging students to use new vocabulary, and asking them to look for differences in the material. Fourth, you need to promote active reception learning. You do this by asking the students to relate the new material to their prior knowledge. Fifth, you need to elicit a critical approach to subject matter by asking the students to critically think about any assumptions they may have had about the new material you're presenting. And then finally, you need to clarify as you go through the organizer so that students can understand. There are 5 types of organizers, and we're going to talk about each of those briefly and look at some examples. All right, a narrative organizer presents new information through a story. The example here tells the students about a tornado and the effects of the tornado it had on one person. So it's in a first-person point of view, and it's just a quick little story about this one woman's experience with the tornado. An expository organizer is used to present new info. In this example, the teacher would label one corner of the room fact and the other opinion. The teacher would read a statement, and then the students would go to the corner that they think fit the statement. So they would either go to the fact corner or they would go to the opinion corner. And this gets them up and moving around and kind of being active in the learning. The third type is skimming, and skimming allows the students to skim over the information that is about to be introduced. This poster is a really quick rundown of conjunctions, and it would be something that we would see in EMR classrooms, and this would be considered a skimming organizer. Probably the one that we are all most frequently used to using are graphic organizers. These provide a visual representation of the information that's going to be learned. Concept maps, Venn diagrams, any kind of timelines of that, anything of that nature is going to be a graphic organizer. And they're really great ways to incorporate visuals into the lesson. Finally, we have KWL charts. So what the students do is in the first 2 columns, before the lesson takes place, they'll write down what they already know in the K column. They'll write down what they want to know in the W column. After the lesson is finished, in the L column, they'll write what they learned during the lesson. This is just a list of my sources. Thank you for your time, and I hope you enjoyed it.